Hello, welcome to another video. I'm going to start with a little bit of drumming to help clear the space and call in support for the reading. Okay, we should be able to do a nice long reading tonight. Got a bunch of decks out here. I don't know, what should we start with? Let's start with Santa Muerte. If in doubt, start with Santa Muerte. Got turtle vibes out. I had a Palo Santo going and then that was going for a few minutes before I started. Let me relight it. How's everybody doing today? I was tired, but then I went outside and got some energy to do this video. But I definitely honored my body too and got a little more rest than normal after work today. I invite you to take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. All right. So let's start with Santa Muerte. Any messages? So we did have the fall equinox yesterday. So let's see if there are any messages for this new season that we're entering here. The Hierophant. Okay, so this can represent God, spirituality, tradition. Let's get a few more cards before I say any more about that. King of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Ooh. Oh my God, with the sun on the bottom of the deck. And then the Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, so a lot just happened here. All right, so we have the King and Queen of Cups, which is a pair. So this could represent a new romantic situation coming in, because the cups, after all, are the suit of love and emotions and water. There's also like a cleanliness to these cards. They're very uncluttered compared to a lot of tarot cards. They're just, I get the sense that they have like cleared their energy field in order to be in the king and queen energy. Like they're actually just like in a field of beautiful blue flowers. And given that the Hierophant is here, this is a divinely guided match as well. So it doesn't have to be a new romantic situation. It could be that you and someone that you love in your life, a parent, a child, a cousin, a sibling, a dear friend, that you both could be embodying this higher form of energy. So being able to express your emotions with each other and not having past issues and traumas cloud your judgment with how to do that. And yeah, just being open, expressively open with your emotions. And then the Ten of Swords signifies the end of a cycle. So the swords can represent a difficult path, and the 10 would be the ending of that. And then with the Sun here, these are both bringing in the yellow energy. So we have yellow and blue here. So definitely, you know, this is brightness after a difficult journey, which is interesting because we are entering more into the dark time of year now. Okay, well, that's a really interesting start to the reading. Let's do some clarification here. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords first. So tell us more about what this Ten of Swords is about. Oh, that came out right away. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so this helps me clarify that this is more past energy because we got the Queen of Cups upright. So there was something blocking the openness and the ability to express your emotions or someone that you were dealing with in the past. The Four of Pentacles is here, so there could be a bit of a hoarding energy, meaning like fear. So, I have to keep that to myself. It's not safe for me to share that with somebody else. And then the Eight of Swords is also here. So like a feeling of being trapped, like maybe I can't find the words, or I'm just too bound up by some energy of something that's poking at me. Could have been something from your past, or if this is about another person, it could have been something from their past. Just some demons that were, you know, eating away at them. So yeah, that's what the end of this cycle is the end of the cycle of the needing to keep your cards close to your chest and not feeling safe to share them, and the feeling constrained by outside forces, which was preventing you from having this open Queen of Cup energy of giving and receiving. So yeah, so that's what this cycle ending represents. I would also like to clarify the King and Queen of Cups with the Angels and Ancestors deck. Like, why now? You know, what is the purpose of this partnership and relationship with the King and Queen of Cups? I hope you all had a good equinox. So as of today, I think the dark is slightly longer than the light. Lord and Earth Guardian. So I'll show them to you first. Lord says, take charge with authority. And Earth Guardian is stay rooted and grounded. Okay, so this Lord is reminding me of divine masculine energy. And then the Earth Guardian is reminding me of divine feminine. And remember, we have the Hierophant there in the middle. So that is representing God. So why is this here now? That was one of the questions I asked. I do think there is an element here of this relationship helping to heal the earth. And by that, I don't mean that the earth needs humans to heal it, because the earth knows how to regenerate. But humans do need to change our behaviors. And I mean, we don't need to, but if we care about our survival, we probably should. And so this something about this partnership is good for the earth and the earth people partnership. And also the feminine energy in this partnership, which, doesn't have to be the female. It could be the person that's just more in tune with their feminine side right now, is doing some caretaking, not of the other person in the partnership, but is aware of this broader ecosystem at play. And so something about this relationship may illuminate something that needs to be healed with the human planet relationship. Or, with this other person, you may even be doing some conservation work, or like helping the other person get to your level of understanding where you're at with how you see that relationship and how we can be better stewards of the earth and the resources that we need. And then the Lord, take charge with authority. Just give me a sec. So I do think that by these two people working together, they can accomplish a lot more. So this person may be better at having the structure in place in order for the partnership to do something beautiful together. And they may also be more practiced at, just moving things forward and kind of dealing head on with certain obstacles that may come in the way. Okay, let's clarify the Hierophant. And I'll do that with one of my angel decks. And then we also had the Sun, I think, yeah. What messages from the angels can clarify the Hierophant? Agent or manager and speeches and speaking. The photos on these cards aren't the best, in my opinion, but they're still powerful. Oh, so it says your work expands its reach as you partner with a professional who can help you. So one of these two people may have professional experience that can help, or perhaps will encourage, the partnership, or one of the people in the partnership, to seek out and hire somebody. Or maybe by joining finances, they can afford to hire a professional. And then speeches and speaking, you have important messages to deliver that can help others. Yeah, so there is a higher purpose for the partnership here. Yeah, so you're being guided to not only ask for help and, consider that there are professionals out there that can help you with pretty much any problem you're having. And that's why it's important for all of us to utilize our gifts, right? Because then when someone else is in need, they can find us. And you're also being asked to share what you have to say, to put your gifts out there so that they can actually reach other people. Okay. All right, let's see any other messages. Let's see what is coming in. I didn't clarify the Sun, but I don't think I need to. This message so far is really about strengthening a relationship or coming into new communion with someone that can help you kind of move your skill set to the next level, even if it doesn't feel like you're building your skills. It might be just about sharing your message. It might be about, like I said, working with somebody that can help you take it to the next level, even if you don't really feel like you're doing much else different other than that. And keep in mind too that those are big steps. I mean, any step that you take to position yourself to share your gifts with the world is meaningful, and to do so in community through a relationship with someone else or through seeking support from others in your community is also really important. Okay, so we have music, harmony. And there is a harmony that comes into play when we are not quiet about our gifts and when we involve other people in our process. Look, then we have dawn, new beginnings. Yeah, so I do think there's either a new person or just a new stage for your relationship or project that's on the horizon. And definitely don't be afraid to reach out to others or work with others during this time. Let's see. Let's clarify the music harmony card. Ooh, the Four of Wands. Yeah, so the Four of Wands is a celebration. Sometimes it could represent a wedding, a party, a letting go. Yeah, it's a really positive card. So, it's very similar to the harmony card. There's music, there's dancing, there's coming together with other people. So that's inspiring, especially as we enter into the fall and the winter. Well, we're not entering into winter yet, but I always say that spring and fall are the seasons of movement, because the one reason being that the more extreme temperatures in summer and winter are an invitation to slow down more. Let me just change the lighting a little bit so that hopefully there's not as much of a glare. There. So yeah, don't be fooled that just because the light is changing doesn't mean the activity is going to be changing yet. It's still going to be a very active fall. And let's clarify the new beginnings as well. There was also like a ton of other cards that came out before. I'm going to put those back and we'll just see if any of them come out again. Temperance. So there's definitely some balance coming into play with this new beginning. Again, I see the light and the dark. This could be the masculine and the feminine. So the new beginning may be about that coming together of two different energies. It could also be that you're going to be working with, or being with somebody that really just balances you out. And that is cause for celebration because not any one person can be it all. We do need each other. Ooh, death, rebirth. The Fool, the Star, and the Seven of Cups. Wow. Wow. These are big cards. Really big. The last reading I did was about a wish coming true. Yeah, just know that anything hard that you've been going through, there is always the rebirth on the other side, if we can notice it and if we can work through the hard feelings that come with the death energy. And you can see the light not only inside of there, but also there with the Star card. This is a really, really positive reading. Is there anything that the viewers should be aware of? Knight of Cups in reverse. We do have the King of Cups out already, so this might represent, and the Hierophant again. Yeah, this might represent that you're moving out of the Knight energy. So if this is a romantic situation, there may have been someone who offered certain romantic gestures, but just wasn't really at the King level. And that might be part of the death that's happening, and the renewal is going to be much more divinely guided. And in fact, saying no to that Knight of Cups in reverse, if you did have a situation where you ended a relationship because it just wasn't in alignment, now we have the Hierophant out here twice. I'm actually going to read the Hierophant so that we can focus on that energy a little bit. Let me find that book. If I can find it, that is. The wrong deck is in that box, which was part of the confusion. Okay, maybe this deck wanted to come out for our next messages. The Wandering Star. Okay, but from the Light Seers Tarot, which is where the Hierophant just came out again, I believe it's number 5. Okay, so as you search for your divine truth, let me hold this up closer so you can see it while I read it. You create frameworks of belief that help you to expand your consciousness and ground your faith into this reality. If you've been stuck in an old tradition or a structured way of acting or being that is no longer serving you, it is time to let it fall away in order to make space for a better version of you. So that's also what death and rebirth energy is about. Letting an old way fall away to make way for the new. The Hierophant serves as a gateway between divine source and the seeker, so be open to new paradigms, perspectives, and teachers in your life. We also talked in a previous video about opening your crown chakra, and so you can always search into YouTube like crown chakra meditations, because that will also connect you with the spirit realm. So be open to new paradigms, perspectives, and teachers in your life. Look to the patterns around you and strive to understand your own internal compass. Know that while there is wisdom in the teachings of the mystics, the voice of your own heart is the one voice that matters the most. Find the wisdom of the heavens within. And the affirmation or statement is, I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, belief, and unique essence. Yeah, so this is about embodying true love, source energy. My head is getting itchy as I say this. So I don't believe that this means that we are more knowledgeable than God or more wise than God. I believe that this is about us, almost like imagine swimming. You're letting everything that's in your way of connecting with God energy, you're letting that brush past you so that that pure source light energy can enter within you. And as you can see, the person on that card is very joyful. So let's pull a few cards from the Wandering Star since that one came out. So I do feel like the people that this reading is for have either done quite a bit of work or are just at a stage where they're ready for kind of ascending to that next level of matching with people who are also on a similar vibration, being in harmony with others, you know, where we can help each other with our purpose here on earth. Remember, the expressing card came out, the sharing and speaking card came out. So we got the Temperance again, Knight of Swords, and the Hermit. So that's also the second time the Temperance came out. But let me look at the Hermit and Knight of Swords first. Yeah, it says healing, solitude, and inner work. And it hasn't been easy. You know, the Knight of Swords is here, conflict, tension, highs, lows. And remember, we had the Ten of Swords. So there was definitely a journey, you know, to get into this Hermit energy where you were able to do your own work. And let's get a message around that, like a message from the angels about this journey that you've been on that led you to this point. Someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Okay, and this is not a romance deck, by the way. I think that's like the only card in the deck around someone new coming in. And it doesn't have to be romantic, but, and then this card that we just read, the Hierophant was also about following your heart. So this is the second time that the heart message is coming up here in the last few minutes. And this also confirms what we saw earlier with the King and Queen of Cups and everything we talked about with the new relationship. Let's go ahead and read that, actually. Number 28. As souls progress and evolve through the human existence, it takes more and more interactions with other souls to keep that evolution moving higher and higher. Because of that, the introduction of new people into your life has never been more important than it is right now. Someone new is about to enter your orbit. This may be the start of a romantic relationship. Someone previously unknown to you may catch you rather by surprise and bring a fresh flush of love and joy into your life. This message can also represent your current partner if that person has been on a path of growth or evolution. In short, they may have become someone new. This card also might herald an intimate friendship. This is a soul mate relationship that is platonic, but just as impactful as a romantic relationship. Your soul will likely recognize them as important right away, since you have probably shared a past life with them. Whatever form the new relationship takes, what is so beautiful about this is that your paths will cross in such a way as to spotlight what each of you needs to learn to grow from the other right now. It will probably be a joyful acquaintanceship, but it's also possible that the interaction is to help one or both of you to heal from past challenges. Open your heart to new people today without expectation for what role they might play in your life. Accept them for who they are and don't hold back. As you grow spiritually through the relationship, you may find that someone new is inside you too. I love that. Yeah, so this is really like, I'm just going to pull up some key cards. This is really about you connecting with others. You know, we talked about so many different forms it could take. It could be you seeking out professional help, and that person could just end up becoming a really important person in your life. We have both the Queen and King of Cups here, so it could definitely be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. Where you and somebody else are just vibing high right now, and there's not a lot of other distractions that are in the way of you two connecting. And we also had the Earth Guardian and the Lord card, which I'm interpreting as feminine and masculine energy, where through this partnership, there can be some healing and caretaking, not even within the two people, although that would definitely happen too with the King and Queen of Cups, because the people that I'm talking about are mature and evolved enough to be able to nurture and care for each other. But there's a bigger purpose here, something having to do with the earth, maybe children, animals, and then one of the parties, really being able to like help the pair move through challenges, and maybe having some more structure in place that can help both of them. You're being encouraged to share what you have with others, speaking, speeches, presenting, expressing. This could be as simple as just expressing yourself with this new person that's coming in. We had the Hierophant twice. We had the Knight of Cups in reverse. So definitely moving on from Knight energy and moving into something more mature. And then we also talked about how the journey to be here has not necessarily been easy. This isn't just like, oh, bam, this just happens overnight. I mean, there has been a process to get here. And I do think the color yellow symbolizes you being in this new stage, and despite the fact that it's getting darker right now, the sun energy is still here and it's still with you, and you can carry it through with you through these several upcoming months. All right. Yeah. All right. Sorry if there was a little delay there. I did have to restart the video. So I was just recapping the message, and I mean, it's really beautiful. The King and Queen of Cups, the Hierophant coming out twice. Let me just close my eyes for a second, see if there's anything else to be shared. Oh, I was called to bring these dice over today, so let me shake these and just see what number comes out. For any of you that are into numerology, ooh, we have a 1 and a 6. So the 1 could also be representing a new beginning. We did have the new beginning card out here somewhere. Well, we had someone new is coming, but then we also had the Dawn New Beginnings card, and the 6. Yeah, the 6 could represent stability. It can also represent change, moving away from something that no longer serves you. And we have the Death and Rebirth card. Maybe the number 16 is significant. Maybe somebody's sweet 16 is coming up, or, remembering that energy of what it felt like when you turned 16, or 61. So I was just watching Love is Blind Brazil, which has, it's like 50 plus, the age of people on the show. And the women were saying that 60 is much different than 50, because there was one like 51-year-old women, but most of the other women are in their 60s. So this could be, something about being in your 60s and just how this time of life is much different. And I think it is more likely that somebody in their 60s would be at this stage, but it could definitely apply to people at any age that are watching this video. Okay, just give me a sec. I just want to close my eyes and see if there's anything else here that... Just cleaning the cards up a little bit so I can focus. Okay. Any messages? Let me do a little drumming while we close this out. Just see if there's any messages that come in with the equinox energy. So what came in, there's this song by John Mellencamp. So my mom is obsessed with John Mellencamp, and I was exposed to all of his music growing up. At first, the term that came in is "The Time Is Now," and then the song "Your Life Is Now." So check out "Your Life Is Now" by John Mellencamp. It's basically like, your life is now, your life is now, your life is now. In this undiscovered moment, pick your feet up above the ground. We could shake this earth if we only... something about knew how or could try or something like that. Yeah, so this is a big portal. This is a big season that we're entering into. Definitely honor what you've done to get to this point. There are major things happening, especially with connecting with other people who can help you, and in partnership you can amplify and support each other. Yeah, just check out that song, Your Life Is Now. I mean, really, there's no need to hold back at this point. Like, you, whether you're the king or the queen of cups, like, you're at a point where you're not really going to do harm in these relationships with others. I mean, obviously nobody's perfect and there will be some potential for harm, but it's not like a teenage or like 20s, people in their 20s type of energy. You could be in your 20s and be in this energy. It's possible. But statistically speaking, you're probably like at least in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, if you're watching this and it's resonating. So don't be afraid of like maybe things that happened in the past when you were younger, and that you closed yourself off from leaning on other people. Just trust that, you know, your life is now and you are in a place to move things forward. And if you don't know what you're moving forward, you don't need to. This is honestly just what's happening right now. Like it will happen naturally once you are meeting this new person or these new people. The Empress. Yeah, so the Empress is like Earth Mother, like abundance, creativity, new life. She's usually pictured as pregnant. So this is another example of the newness to this energy, that there's something new here. And it's also signifying this more mature energy that I'm talking about. Ooh. And then the Seven of Swords. So this represents the fear. Like, this person is taking all these swords. Why? This can also be like the thief in the night. Like, they grab the swords and they run off. Like, nope, that's not what we're doing here. This actually very opposite energy of the Empress. And it reminds me of the Four of Pentacles that was out here earlier. I'll grab that card to show it to you again. Like the hoarding energy. And this could be why that it wasn't your time until now, until this season, because you were dealing with someone, or you were the person that was keeping this energy to yourself, or you were even taking energy from others, you know, or dealing with somebody that was. So this is an invitation to really like know what energy is yours. What are you able to contribute to a situation, and being open to receiving, but doing it very ethically and with good intentions. Yeah, we have the Strength. So it definitely took some strength to get out of this energy. And it will continue to take strength. I mean, you're going to possibly still be haunted by those energies of whatever caused you to have the hoarding or keeping things to yourself. I'm not even talking about physical, like hoarding possessions, although it could be that. It could be like keeping the money to yourself. The Six of Cups. Yeah. So this is a much softer energy. But yeah, know that like just because there's all this positivity of, oh, the Sun is here and the King and Queen of Cups. I mean, you might still be tempted to pull your energy back to yourself. And sometimes pulling your energy back can be helpful, but just be aware of when you're doing it, why, with who. And as I was talking about that, we had the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person is actually like, look what I have. Would you like some? So, yeah, very different energies here. This person is holding their resources, which might not even be theirs. It might be stolen towards them. And this person is like, here, look what I have. And it doesn't mean you have to do that with everybody, because boundaries are good, very good. But that is also why it's important to be open to new relationships, because only through that will you actually find the people that are deserving of, and that, you know, you can add to and multiply each other's abundance, not only for the good of you two, but the good of your families, the good of the world. And the Six of Cups is also all about like giving and receiving, like positive childhood memories, like almost, actually I was thinking Six of Pentacles with the giving and receiving, but the Six of Cups is very much like nostalgia, childhood, like it can be sharing. And with this, I'm thinking like you used to be able to do this reciprocal giving energy, but then life happened, right? You became like this, you met people that were like this, but now we're getting back into this. But you're wiser now, you know, and you're discerning of who. So the Empress is pregnant. Like, who did you have that baby with? And I don't mean literally, although it could be. I mean, like, whose energy are you allowing to interact with you, and whose energy is collaborating with you as you grow and build something new. The fact that you're able to be discerning about this means that you can be in this softer energy and the like, oh, look what I have energy, because you've already learned the lessons of either what made you like this, or, you know, giving the wrong people too much of your energy in the past. Yeah, and the Queen of Wands is here on the bottom of the deck. Wow, so is the Sun again. Yeah, you're definitely like moving out of that, you know, in dealing with the hoarder or being the hoarder, you know, taking what's not yours or holding on to too much, holding back. Because the sun is showing us a different way. It's shedding light on behaviors that we're ready to evolve. But with the Queen of Wands being here too, I mean, she's an artist. This goes well with the Empress. Like, it's time to create, you know, and it's pretty hard to create when you're holding back like this. You could create while holding back or taking what's not yours, but it's probably not going to impact the world in any sort of meaningful way. Yeah, just trust that you are in a different place than you were when you were younger. You are definitely in a different place, and there's a lot of supportive supportive energy out here. Let's just end here with one affirmation card. So this could be an affirmation you could say tonight before bed or in the morning when you wake up, if it resonates with you, of course. I reveal my truth. Yep. So not holding on anymore, not holding your truth close to yourself. I reveal my truth. I reveal my truth. The world will benefit from it. All right. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe. It will help me to grow this channel. Okay. Thank you so much. Good night. Love you.